Hey y'all, Lucky Larry down here at K&L Machine and Welding. Been a while since we made a video, so I thought I'd get on here and kind of give y'all an update what we got going on in the shop and what we got coming in, what we got going out, and some new additions. Okay, obviously one of our new additions is our automotive lift. We now have. Let me turn this around here and show you. We now have a flush mount 9,000 pound automotive lift here in the shop, and wow, what a blessing. And over here is our control panel for it. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. We'll lift it up a little bit. So we turn it on, and Willie, come here, bud, look out. And this is one of the reasons why we haven't put many videos out here recently, is because we've been really busy trying to get this thing in, plus keep up with our work in the shop. And needless to say, that was a true challenge, because we had this obviously we had this giant hole in the floor with nothing in it for a while. We hired out and had somebody come in and cut the concrete and dig the pit and pour the concrete for us. And a big thank you to Summers Brothers Masonry for that. They've done a bang up job, and really, like I say, they've done a good job and done a fair price, and you can't ask for much more than that. As I say, they kind of run their business the way we try to run ours. You know, do things at a reasonable price and do people right. Do them a square deal. So, needless to say, like I say, we had a hole in the floor for a while, and then we got the concrete poured. And even once the concrete was poured, we still had quite a time, because number one, we still had to get the lifts in, which was no big deal. We brought them in and set them in place and just left them in the hole. But we had to wait about 3 weeks before we could actually anchor them down, as far as bolting them down to the concrete. So, you know, we had quite a bit of time that we were kind of working around a lot of stuff. So, but they're up, they're running, they work. I done a job on my wife's, Kim's car the other day, my wife, and what we had to do is we had to put 2 new tires on it and rotate the tires, and I checked the brakes and checked the suspension, and I done all this in a time span of about 2.5 hours, maybe 3. And this is the kind of stuff that would have taken me about 6 or 7 hours without the lift. So, you know, I'd advise anybody, if you are financially able and you can do this, man, I'm telling you, you need to. Because if you're into automotive work the way I am, you really need to do this. Matter of fact, we have a job coming in that I would not have been looking forward to so much before, but I really am now. We're bringing in a Nissan pickup truck to put a transmission in a few days, and we're really looking forward to it. You know, it's going to be a big help to us. So let's go ahead and put the lift down now. It's kind of unique how these things work. I always wondered how in the world they kept them in time. And what you have is a master cylinder on one and a slave cylinder on the other. The oil from the back side of one, that's escaping one, goes into the front side of the other. So that makes them stay perfectly in time. It's kind of a unique system. Now this thing will stop here in just a second. Right there. That's a safety feature that it has. It stops about 10 inches off the ground. It makes you release the down button and then hit it again, so that you know that everybody's feet and hands and arms and everything's out of the way. and then it has a little warning beeper, so in case somebody doesn't have everything out of the way, that hopefully they'll recognize the beeper and get out of the way. As far as what we got going on in the shop, as I say, we got a transmission job coming in a few days. Also right now we're working on these saddlebags and that tour pack over there for our Harley, actually. Kim and I's were Kim's wanted a tour pack forever, and we never did have one, so I found one on eBay at a pretty good price. Of course, it wasn't the right color naturally, and so we stripped it down, doing the body work and doing a scuff and paint on it. The saddlebags was off of the Harley. They were well, they had some cracks and stuff developing in them, and so we're going to go ahead and repair all that, lay new fiberglass in, and repaint them. And then over here, this is a belt tensioner off of a clawsing lathe. A friend of ours, somebody we've done a lot of business with, he was trying to get, there's bearings here. This is the shaft that goes with it. There's bearings here, and the bearings were bad, and he didn't have any way to get the shaft out without just destroying it, so he brought it over here, and we used the press and pressed them out. And we're waiting on him to bring us some bearings to put in it now, and so that'll get him taken care of. And let's see, over here is a gas tank out of a boat that had a hole in it. Right here, it was sitting up against something and it wore a hole in it, and we took the tank out and washed it out and welded it for him. And that's about it, guys. So like I say, just kind of wanted to give you a little heads up what's been going on around here. And so we've got a lot going on, had a lot going on. We're actually kind of settling down into a little better place now that we got our lift in. It's been a lot of hard work, and it's been a long time coming, but we're there. And this is actually the 3rd of July. This is a Friday, and I'm off work today from my regular job, so I'm out here working, and we're going to get some stuff done, and hopefully make some real good progress on these saddlebags over here. Because once I get those ready, we're ready to prime everything and start shooting some paint on our bike parts. So, all right, I guess that's all we got to tell you. If y'all have any questions about the lift, if there's anybody out there who is thinking about installing a lift and wants to ask some questions, what we think about our lift, who we got it from, or anything, you know, as far as what we think about the quality of the lift we got, give us a shout. Love to help you out with any questions you might have. And even on the concrete, as far as how it was done, you know, that was one of the reasons why I hired it out, is aside from the fact that they can do a better looking job than I can, and I really wanted it to look professional, I really didn't understand how to form it, as far as how I would go about fastening stuff down to form the concrete. So if y'all have, but I was here when it was all done, so you know, if there's anybody out there considering putting a lift in, but you don't, you know, you're kind of wanting to do your own masonry work, but you don't know where to go with it, give us a call. Maybe we can help you out. So to that end, it's been good being back on here and kind of seeing everybody, and hopefully some of our friends will see this and enjoy it, and some of our family and all. So we'll catch you later. This is Lucky Larry down here at K&L Machine and Welding. We'll see you on the next video.